Yeah, so now everyone close your books. Reflection of light at curved surfaces. So, is my voice is audible, Jagoda branch? Raise your hands. Yeah, online students, those are listening through app, message me. Right. Yeah, good. Down your hands, everyone. Yeah, sir, Gautam. इतना खुश क्यों हो रहे हो सर बैक पीछे? ये वाले गौतम नहीं, ये आए कहां पे गौतम? आज भी छुट्टी। लिखते रहो अभी, बस जिंदगी भर लिखते रहो बेटा। राइट, जब इंटरव्यू को जाओगे ना तो क्या कर रहे थे बोलो तो लिखते रह रहे थे बोलो। राइट, क्लियर। चलो, या लेट अस discuss some of the important topics here, everyone. Already we have discussed what is mean by reflection and refraction, and we discussed what are the types of surfaces, right? And later on we even discussed the rules for the ray diagrams, right? And we have done even the ray diagram, 6 cases, clear. And remember, those ray diagrams are for concave mirrors, clear. In our next class, we'll discuss the ray diagram for convex mirrors. Okay, everyone? Why I'm not taking that together? Because I want you to differentiate both. You first be good at this. Then we'll go for the convex. So still you have 1 or 2 days time for Sunday. On Sunday, we'll discuss that class. Clear, everyone? Right? So now, some small topics which are left in between, those we'll try to finish today. Definitions also we completed. Yeah, verifying your drawing. See, one activity has been given actually, where 1.1.1 in your book, right? See here. Okay, let us take textbook directly. I can explain you from that. Yeah, even CBSE students can follow this. Some topics will be different, but most of the 90% of the topics will remain same. Yeah, so some topics which are very small, we'll discuss directly through the textbook itself. Right, you can follow as usual, right? See student, activity 1 little bit. Already indirectly we have discussed this when we have discussed the type of surfaces, right? But in your book they have explained something in this manner, right? Now what they did, they have taken a rubber sole, right? Basically, you know, slipper footwears, right? That's made up of rubber sole. Now flat rubber sole, if we keep some nails, nails will point in a straight, see. See, these nails will point out in a straight line. They are not going to meet. Right. That means if we make any points on a plane surface, they are not going to meet at any point in the complete whatever the path they are traveling through. Right. Means these are the imaginary lines. Wherever, suppose if you bend it like this, draw the lines from that nails. See, like this. Suppose if you are bending like this, they are meeting at this point. Right. So this type of surface is called as concave surface. Okay. And here, see, bending is outwards. Nails are here. So they are meeting backside of the surface. Right. This type of surfaces are called as convex. Right. Related to this, we have not done the ray diagram still. Okay. But for this, we have done already ray diagrams. See, rays come parallel, passes through focal point. Those all 6 cases we discussed for this. Okay, everyone. So, in your book, types of surfaces has been explained by this activity. Clear, everyone? We discussed it directly. Right. Okay. So, you can go through these points. You can understand easily. Right. And you see, student, see, these all points are meeting at one point, right? Clear. This point is nothing but center of curvature. And this dotted line is nothing but normal. I said you this definition already. See, what was the definition for normal according to our concept? What did we discuss that day? Any point on the curvature meets, suppose this is the point on the curvature, point of incident. The line joining point of incident and center of curvature is known as normal. Right. Now this is center of curvature. Okay. This is the line joining them. This is point on the curvature. Getting? So, this is center of curvature. This is point on curvature. And this is line joining point of incident and center of curvature. This line is called as normal. Getting with this point, everyone? So, we have discussed in this way. Right. In exam, you should write this one only. Don't write this one. Okay. Clear with this point, all of you? Right. Okay. Next, this all we have done already. Definitions. Okay. Just to go through it, you can understand. Yeah, this activity will go through it. Everyone. Look at here now carefully. See, what is the activity here? Observing the types of images and measuring the object distance and image distance from the mirror. See, in the ray diagrams, we have discussed when object is at infinity, image will form at focal point. When object is beyond C, image will form between F and C. So, that means when object distance changes, object position changes, image distance will also change. Image position will also change. Right. So, this activity is exactly for the same type of work. When we keep object at different distances, image will also be formed at different distances. Right. That object distance and image distance we should measure by using this activity. Right. And at the same time, see which type of images are formed. See, I said you types of images, real and virtual, inverted, remembered, erected, right. So, when you will get the real and inverted, when the image forms on the reflecting side. Getting? So that you should answer here. Getting with this point, everyone? Right. So everyone remember those? That's why I taught you the ray diagrams first. Because again we need to use that here. Getting? So let us see what we need here. A candle. We need a candle, paper, concave mirror, V stand and some measuring scale. We'll do this lab activity in our JTC. Right, we have all those materials here. We'll go through this someday. But after ending of 2-3 chapters, not now. Okay, everyone? Right. So, we need to take this. Now what you should do, directly I'll explain. You go through the book. Right, clear. First, on a plane surface, keep ruler or simply we call it a scale. It should be of 1 meter. Right, clear. 1 meter scale you take. And here you keep this is called V stand. Okay. In that you keep the concave mirror. Okay, right. And then you keep one object at particular distance wherever you want to keep. Okay. For example, you are keeping, suppose 0 is here and here 100 centimeter. Okay. Now you kept object at 80 centimeter, suppose. See student, here if you observe carefully, they gave 15 centimeter. They used your normal scale, small scale of camel. But actually we should do with this with 1 meter scale. Getting with this? In tailor shops, you'll see that 1 meter wooden stick. Right, that kind of, right. So, suppose I'm keeping here, imagine this is 98 centimeter. This is object. So, object I am placing at 98 centimeter. Now, take one paper sheet. Paper sheet will act like a screen. Getting? Paper sheet will act like a screen here. Right. So, take one paper sheet and keep it at some distance and keep on moving toward the concave mirror. Right. Keep paper sheet initially here only with this. And you keep on moving slowly inwards toward the concave mirror. At certain position, you will get the clear image. Right. Imagine this one. At this position, you are getting clear image of that candle. Right. Then you stop it there itself and you mark it somewhere, whatever, by using some pencil or something. Now, after marking, you see what was the object distance? 98 centimeter. Right. Object distance is basically denoted by capital U. Object distance is denoted by capital U. Okay. Look at here. Image distance is V. Okay, everyone with this, right? So, object distance is 85 here, 98 here. Then you see wherever the paper is. From here you measure the distance. Imagine 40. So, image distance is 40 centimeter. Getting with this point, everyone? Now, sir, image is enlarged or diminished. I said you already in ray diagram. See, object is here, image is on my left side of object. So, image should be smaller or larger? Smaller. If object is on right side, if I stand like this, right, if object is right side, image is on left side, then object is larger, image will be smaller. Getting? So, image is diminished here. Okay, everyone? Right. So, one answer we got, image is diminished. Where the image is forming, you write down the centimeter. Image is forming at 40 centimeter from the pole. Okay. There we wrote, see how we wrote, if object is beyond C, image is between F and C. That was without any measurement. Now here you should write measurement values. So image is forming at 40 centimeter from the pole. Second answer. Next, see, this is reflecting side, back side is non-reflecting side. So image is forming on reflecting side, right? So whenever image forms on reflecting side, it is real and inverted. Right. So this 4 comment you have to do. Where the image is forming. Image is enlarged or smaller. It's real and inverted, virtual or erected, that you decide. This 4 point you have to mention. Getting with this? If you write this 4 points with this diagram, then your activity completed. Got with this point, everyone? Right. For different distances, you should do this. But in exam, you just do with any one distance. Okay, because you need to answer other questions also. Just one example explain, like now I have taken 98 centimeter. So right, you write something, let object is at 80 centimeter. Accordingly, you write some image distance. Right, we'll do practically also, but don't write that practical answer in exam. Nobody will check that practically. Okay, everyone, you write with your own whatever, 80 centimeter, this is 30 centimeter. Like that something. Okay, right? So clear about this activity, everyone? Right. And remember, the concave mirror, what you are taking, focal length should be known to us. We should not take that concave mirror whose focal length is unknown to us. We must know focal length. Now, how it will be, how the focal length will be mentioned, everything we'll see in the practical class. Clear, everyone? Right. Right now, you understand that we should take that type of concave mirror whose focal length is known to us. Clear, everyone? Okay? Yeah, observe this for a while, everyone. Hope is clear, everyone. Got with this? Right? Okay. Now, let us move on to the next part. So, see student, they gave one table here. See, look at this part, everyone. Now, object distance 80 centimeter. See, you should write this table. See, take your own values. Object distance 80 centimeter, image distance suppose 30 centimeter. Right. Object distance 90 centimeter, image 40 centimeter. 100 centimeter, this is suppose 45 centimeter. And you take some 110 something, or you can take other value also, 85 centimeter. Then this is 32 centimeter. Right. Like this, you write these values without doing any practical work there. You cannot do practically. Right. Actually, it should be done practically. We'll do this one. We'll do all the 4 cases in our JTC. Right. Practically. But in exam, what you will do now? You have to write table. Activity completed, but they may ask if it is for long answer, you must have to write table also. If it is for short answer, whatever I explained you 5 minutes before, you can end there. Right. But sometimes this question may be given for long answer. So along with that much, whatever I said you should write this table also. So values, you write anything of your own. Getting? Right. And you see, enlarged or diminished, that all you write down. Clear? See, object distance is more, image distance is less. Okay. Then it should be enlarged only always. Getting? See, just now I said 98 centimeter, 40 centimeter. Object distance was more, image distance was less. That means object was on right side, if I stand like this, image was on left side. So if that happens, object will be enlarged, image will be diminished. Here they are asking about image, so image will be diminished. Getting with this point, everyone? Right. And suppose like this is also diminished. This is also diminished. In one of the case, suppose here you are writing object distance 25, image distance like 45. So object distance is less, image distance is more. That means object is coming first, image is coming next. Then image will be enlarged. Getting with this, everyone? So how to fill this, understood? Right? Certain number, depending upon that you decide this. And all the cases we are writing real and inverted only you write. Clear with this point, everyone? Here they asked only inverted, so you write only inverted. Right. Getting with this point. Clear with this? So this you should write by default. This is your choice, but this answer depends on your this decision. This is not your choice. You should decide this on the basis of what you have written here. Getting? If object distance is less, image distance is more, then image is enlarged. Okay. If object distance is more, image distance is less, then image is diminished. Getting with this point, everyone? So when they are doing correction, they will see this line. Nobody will see this. They'll say, okay, you suppose when I am doing correction, suppose I'll say you wrote enlarged, then I'll see this value. If it is enlarged, then I can understand you know this topic and I'll give good marks. Now, according to this number, it should be diminished, but you wrote answer enlarged. Then I can understand you just buttified and came. Then, even though I may feel like, okay, let it be, we'll reduce half marks. Right. But I'll get one impression that you are buttifying the answers. Then it will reduce your furthermore marks in every question. Right. If I sense you are buttifying type of student, then it will affect your every answer later on. Getting with this point, everyone? If you show that you are understanding and writing, this will give the good impression, and in the next any other question, if you are losing 1.5 marks, then I may feel, okay, this is small overwriting. Suppose you have done some overwriting. Now, according to rules, I should reduce your marks. But I sensed that you are not buttifying. You are understanding and writing all the answers. Then I won't reduce your marks for overwriting, because you are using your brain for this work. Okay, some overwritings are common mistakes. It happens with many people. Right. So we will not reduce your marks if we sense that you are using your brain for your studies. Right. You are understanding and writing the answer. If we sense you are buttifying and writing the answers, then for every overwriting we'll keep on reducing 0.5. Getting with this point, everyone? That's why your way of answering is very important. Getting with this, right? That will impact a lot finally, ultimately on the final result. Got with this point, everyone? In schools, it may not affect because your teachers will do your correction. Right. That won't affect because your teacher knows you very well. But when your paper goes to the board exam, means during board exam time, when unknown people will be doing your correction, you must have some impression on them. And there could be no better impression than showing them that you have the knowledge. Right. Clear with this point, everyone? Even applicable to maths and other subjects also, even grammars also. You see, some students will get 98, 99 in grammar, but many students will fail to get that in languages. Now those are getting very good marks. They are getting that good marks because of small concept what they are learning in grammar. Right. Recently, sir said you, Hindi sir, Telugu sir also that day, small letters, how you are writing, how you are pronouncing. English sir said you the V1, V2, V3. If somebody is doing your correction and can sense that your grammar is very good, you have good knowledge in that work, then they will ignore your small silly mistakes and you will ultimately get 4 to 5 marks extra, which you should actually lose. Getting with this point, everyone? This is how we create the impressions on those person who are doing the correction. Right. Okay. Understood this? So this you may write anything, but this you should understand and write. Got with this point, everyone? So if you finish this, then officially our answer will end up. and this is already we done. When object is at focal point, where the image will be? At infinity, right? Those 6 ray diagrams we done. Out of that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 had been given to you. That only you have to fill here, those answers. Getting with this point, everyone? Yeah, ray diagrams already done. Yeah, clear everyone till this? And whatever I instructed in between, that is clear, right? Yeah, Jayagoda students, clear with this? Raise your hand if you understood whatever I said you till now. Yeah, down your hands, everyone. So, ray diagrams already we discussed. That's why we won't go through this now. Right. I think the image will be inverted. Right. Okay. See, can you recollect this diagram, everyone? Object is between P and F. So, image should be beyond mirror. Right. Yeah, convex will discuss later on separately. Yeah, sign convention, very important topic. And related to this, we'll do one problem now. Yeah. Look at this point, everyone, carefully. For next 10-15 minutes, don't see here and there. Amrita. What's happening? See, student, this is basically we considered yesterday, last class like this. Here is pole, focal point, center of curvature. Right. So, now you see, student, suppose generally we'll consider object like this. So, light rays will be traveling like this. How the light rays will travel? Towards like this. Right. Now, keep that in brain. Light rays are moving toward the pole or toward the mirror. Right. Now, come to this. All the distances should be measured from pole. Now, suppose here is the object. So, I want to measure object distance. Imagine there is one scale like this. 1 centimeter, 10 centimeter, 20 centimeter, 30, 40, 50, ultimately 60. So, object is somewhere 55. Right, at 55 centimeter. Then how I should measure distance from pole? We'll measure from here. Just now I shown you one activity. Right. Where was the zero? On the mirror place. Right. Wherever the zero of the ruler will be there, at that point we should keep the mirror. Right. So from there only we should measure the distances. So wherever mirror will be there, obviously the pole will be with that mirror. So all the distances should be measured from pole. Okay, clear with this first point? Next, look at this, very important. In the direction of incident light should be positive. See, okay, opposite one will read. If the direction is opposite, then the distance should be negative. See, this is object. Okay, Now object distance is 55 centimeter. Okay, we have decided this, but it is plus 55 or minus 55. We should decide that. See, when I am measuring the object distance, I should travel like this. So direction is toward there, and light rays coming like this toward this side. So both are opposite or not, right? So when the direction of light ray and the direction of distance measurement are opposite, then the distance should be taken as negative. Getting with this point, everyone? When both are opposite, then we should take the distance as negative. Got with this point? Next, positive. Let us see how we'll do that. Okay, let us see. Yesterday in one of the case, in our last class, we have got image here, right? This side, last case, right? So object was here, right? Somewhere, okay, not there exactly. If I take exact, object was here, right? So how the light ray is traveling in this direction? Light is traveling in that direction. Now I want to measure image distance. See, from pole I should do the measurement. So I should travel like this. I should travel like this. Am I right? Right, because it is this side. So my journey should start from pole. Pole is here, so direction should be like this. So now you see, both are same direction or not? So image is at suppose 40 centimeter on this side. Suppose it won't happen in real life, but you imagine it is happening. So it's a 40 centimeter. So I should write plus or minus. I should write plus 40. Getting with this point, everyone? Because direction of distance measurement and incident light direction both are same, right? So whenever direction of light ray and the direction of measurement of distance are same, then distance will be considered as positive. Getting? And whenever direction of light ray and the direction of measurement of distance are opposite, then the distance should be taken as negative. Clear everyone? समझ में आए ये दो इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स, राइट? सो डायरेक्शन ऑपोजिट है तो नेगेटिव लिखेंगे, डायरेक्शन सेम है तो पॉजिटिव कंसिडर करेंगे डिस्टेंस को, राइट? क्लियर? या ऑब्जर्व दिस फॉर अ व्हाइल एवरीवन, फॉर 1 minute. Yeah, girls, don't say here and there. Yeah, got with this everyone, right? Look at this everyone. Two rules clear, right? Now, suppose I'm drawing just this much. Now, object is above the principal axis, right? Right, basically, height of the object is denoted by H0, HO. O means object. Right, now object is above the principal axis. So, whenever object or image, if it is above the principal axis, then its height will be considered as positive. Plus, suppose if the height is 5 centimeter, so we should write plus 5 centimeter. Okay, so whenever object or image, if it is above the principal axis, then its height should be considered as plus, positive. Right. If, see, many times it happened, images were below the principal axis in our ray diagram generally. Right. So, sometimes images may be below the principal axis or may be above the principal axis, depends on cases. Right. Now, whenever they are below the principal axis, then basically height of the image is denoted with minus hi. Right. If they are below the principal axis, then it should be minus, negative. Getting? So, height, it may be height of object or may be image. If it is above the principal axis, we should write plus. If the same thing is below the principal axis, we should write minus. Clear everyone with these two more points? Right. So, with this, our 4 rules for sign conventions will complete. Getting? Once again, I do recollect it. Follow this everyone. See, direction of incident, direction of ray, light ray and the distance measurement direction are opposite, then distances should be negative. If they are same direction, then distances should be positive. Okay? Then, if object or image, they are above the principal axis, then their height should be positive. If they are below the principal axis, then their height should be negative. Clear everyone? Okay, so now after few seconds, we are going to do one of the most important problem of this chapter, which repeated many times in board exam also. Right, to do that, we need this sign conventions. Got this everyone now? Right? Yeah, Jayagoda branch, everyone clear with this? Yeah, so next. Okay, one more topic left of study. Okay, first we'll do this one. Yeah, first we'll do this part. After that, we'll go to the problem. Magnification. Very interesting and very simple topic, everyone. See, again, this formula also will use in the next problem. Right. See, now, you might have already seen that sometimes to see the small objects, we'll use the magnifying glass. Many times you might have played in your school life. Right. So, that is nothing but what's happening in that. Small letters are going to be enlarged. Right. Sometimes you see those who are repairing the watches. Right. They cannot see the small things inside the watches easily with their normal eyes. So, they'll use one round color something here. Right. That is actually magnifying glass. Right. We use another magnifying glass. They'll use the already designed one which they'll keep on their eye and they'll watch it. Now what happens? Small parts will look larger in size. Then they can do the whatever repairing they should do. So what's the magnification meaning is here? Magnification is nothing but it forms the image with higher height, means more height. Right. Suppose object is very small in size, then its image size will be very large. Getting clear? So magnifying or magnification will enlarge the size of the image. Getting, in other words, size of the object. Right. Object is small, but how it's looking? It's looking very enlarged one. Getting with this point, everyone? So to see small objects, we'll use the magnifying glasses. Right. Clear, everyone? Okay. Let us. Okay. Much definition I think is not given here. But can you write definition in your own words? Right. I'll give you in the Xerox. If they're ready, by Sunday I'll give you those all. In that we'll give all the definitions if it is missing from your book also. Okay. Right. So, now, see, directly we should remember the formula. These all points, see student, we'll discuss afterwards when we go through the derivations. Derivations are not important for board exam, right? But they are important for your knowledge. So after completing some 2-3 chapters, when we'll do extra classes for practical, those all, that time I'll teach you these derivations also which I left already. Getting with this point, everyone? Right. So when we discuss derivation, these all points we'll see, because to do derivation, those all, we need to have the knowledge of similar triangle. In your maths, you have this chapter. Right. We need that knowledge. Then you can understand in a proper way. Right. That's why we'll discuss that later on. And moreover, remember, derivations won't come in board exam. Okay. Their formulas will be useful in board exam. The end result of derivation, that is nothing but formula, will be useful for our board exam. Got with this point, everyone? That's why I'm teaching you that separately some other day. Okay, for your knowledge. Right. But that derivation will be very useful for you when you go for JEE and NEET in the future. Right, next year. Okay, everyone? That's why you must learn that. Okay, see, magnification is denoted by M, and the formula we can write in two ways, HI by HO or minus V by U. Okay, from this itself we can write the definition. The ratio of height, HI means height of image, HO means height of object. So we can write definition, see, the ratio of height of image and height of object is known as magnification. Understood? And it is denoted by small m. Can you get the definition by seeing this? Right? So this type of definition already written in our Xerox copies. Right? Clear everyone with this? So magnification meaning understood, and its formula, right? Both formulas we may have to use. This is also correct and this is also correct. Depending upon the necessity in the question, we should use the different formula. Right? Okay? Yeah, observe this for a while. Okay, everyone? Yeah. If you have understood Jagoda branch, raise your hands. Yeah, good. Down your hands. Yeah, sound is clearly audible, right? Yes. Okay, so here clear everyone, right? Let us move on with the problem. See student, here question is this. An object of 4 centimeter in size. The size of the object is how much? 4 centimeter. Size means height. Clear? Whenever they mention size, you consider it as height. Okay. So height of the object is 4 centimeter. Is placed at 25 centimeter in front of a concave mirror whose focal length is 15 centimeter. So focal length has been given. Focal length is denoted by small f. Already we discussed this. Right, definitions. So focal length is 15 centimeter. Next, see, object is at how much distance? 25. That means object distance is how much? 25 centimeter. Okay, these three information have been given. Okay. Now, at what distance from the mirror would a screen be placed in order to obtain sharp image? See, in front of mirror where we should place the screen, and you need to find out the distance of the screen, and at that point image should be very clear. Sharp means clear, right? So अभी इसमें बोल रहे कि एक कॉनकेव मिरर है, उसका फोकल लेंथ कितना है? 15 सेंटीमीटर, और एक ऑब्जेक्ट है, कितने दूरी पे रखा गया? 25 सेंटीमीटर के। उस ऑब्जेक्ट का हाइट 4 सेंटीमीटर है। अब वो पूछ रहे कि कॉनकेव मिरर के आगे आप पेपर का कहां लगाओगे, मतलब स्क्रीन कहां लगाओगे? स्क्रीन ऐसे जगह पे लगाना जहां पे इमेज कैसे रहना? क्लियर रहना, राइट? वो एक्टिविटी करे आज, याद है? वी डिड ऑलरेडी एक्टिविटी, राइट? सो वैसे ही है। सो क्लियर इमेज आना चाहिए, सिट प्रॉपरली, क्लियर इमेज आना चाहिए। तो वो इमेज डिस्टेंस फाइंड करना आपको, राइट? क्लियर, वहां पे हम प्रैक्टिकली करेंगे, यहां पे फॉर्मूला यूज करके करेंगे, राइट? जब हम जेटीसी में प्रैक्टिकल करेंगे, याद रखो स्टूडेंट, हर एक एक्टिविटी आपको मैं प्रैक्टिकली करके बताऊंगा, जो जो यहां पे पॉसिबल है हमारे को, राइट? और जिन जिन के फॉर्मूला है हमारे पास, वही वैल्यू लेके फॉर्मूला में सब्स्टिट्यूट करके वही आंसर लाएंगे। गेटिंग विद दिस पॉइंट? प्रैक्टिकली जो आंसर आता है फॉर्मूला में भी वही आंसर आना चाहिए। हाँ, थोड़ा बहुत डेसिमल का फर्क हो सकता है, राइट? क्योंकि हमारे मेजरिंग डिवाइस में थोड़ा बहुत गलती रहता है, या कभी हम गलत ऑब्जर्व करते हैं, राइट? गेटिंग विद दिस पॉइंट एवरीवन? क्लियर? तो वैसे प्रैक्टिकल कर रहे बोल के मान लो, अब आपको देखना है कि इमेज डिस्टेंस कितना है, राइट? तो स्क्रीन जहां लगाओगे, पोल से लेकर स्क्रीन तक जो डिस्टेंस होगा, उसी को हम क्या बोलेंगे? इमेज डिस्टेंस, राइट? उसके बाद फाइंड द नेचर एंड साइज ऑफ द इमेज। नेचर मतलब रियल है, इन्वर्टेड है, ये बताना है, राइट? ऑलरेडी करके आई ये पॉइंट्स। और साइज बताना मतलब इमेज का हाइट, इमेज का साइज मतलब इमेज का हाइट बताना है। तो HI फाइंड करना है, B फाइंड करना है। क्लियर है ये बातें, राइट? अभी नेक्स्ट पेज में जाएंगे, वहां पे साइन कन्वेंशन के साथ लिखेंगे इसको, नहीं तो यहीं पे कर देंगे। ये समझ में आया, राइट? क्लियर? एक बार अच्छे से क्वेश्चन को समझो, अच्छे से क्लियरली। राइट? क्लियर है सभी को? चलो, सी स्टूडेंट, ये चीजें थोड़ा यहां डायरेक्ट देख लेते हैं। अभी यहां देखो स्टूडेंट, ये सिंप्लीफिकेशन हम सेपरेटली करेंगे, क्योंकि ये लोग क्या करते हैं, शॉर्टकट में कर देते पूरा, राइट? अब यहां आप अच्छे से ऑब्जर्व करोगे, फोकल लेंथ कितना था? 15 सेंटीमीटर, बट इन्होंने -15 लिखा। क्यों? समझ में आ रहा है? साइन कन्वेंशन को यूज किया गया, राइट। अब देखो यहां डायग्राम ड्रॉ कर लेते हैं। सी, अभी ये पोल है, ये सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर, ये फोकल पॉइंट है। अब फोकल लेंथ यानी कि इसके और इसके बीच में का डिस्टेंस ना, डेफिनेशन याद है, द डिस्टेंस बिटवीन पोल एंड फोकल पॉइंट इज नोन एज फोकल लेंथ, राइट। मतलब हमें ऐसे मेजर करना होगा, पोल से जाएंगे हम, राइट। और ये कितने सेंटीमीटर पे, 15। ऑब्जेक्ट कितने सेंटीमीटर पे, मान लो यहां पर है, ऑलरेडी उन्होंने बोल रखा है 25, राइट। सो ऑब्जेक्ट यहां कहीं है, फोकल पॉइंट यहां है, लाइट कैसे आएगा, ऐसे आएगा, राइट। अब लाइट का डायरेक्शन इस तरफ है, डिस्टेंस का डायरेक्शन उस तरफ है, तो दोनों ऑपोजिट हुए, तो ऑपोजिट होगा तो नेगेटिव लेंगे कि पॉजिटिव लेंगे, नेगेटिव कंसिडर करेंगे, राइट। इसीलिए हमने वहां, उन लोगों ने वहां पे माइनस दे रखा है। समझ में आई ये बात, साइन कन्वेंशन को यूज किया गया, राइट। क्लियर है सभी को, जयागौड़ा ब्रांच। राइट। अभी देखो स्टूडेंट, कुछ और चीजें भी अभी धीरे धीरे करेंगे। ऑब्जेक्ट डिस्टेंस, देखो ऑब्जेक्ट कहां पर है, यहां पर है, लाइट ऐसे आ रहा है, ऑब्जेक्ट हम ऐसे डिस्टेंस ऐसे मेजर करेंगे, दोनों ऑपोजिट हो गए, राइट। खाली लाइट देखो आप, लाइट कैसे जाएगा, जनरली लाइट का डायरेक्शन तो ये रहेगा, ऑब्जेक्ट का डायरेक्शन ऐसे रहेगा, राइट, डिस्टेंस मेजर करने का। तो ये उस तरफ है, लाइट का डायरेक्शन इस तरफ है, तो दोनों क्या हो गए, ऑपोजिट। ऑपोजिट होंगे तो नेगेटिव लेना है, इसीलिए इन्होंने यहां नेगेटिव लिया। क्लियर है सभी को, तो डायरेक्टली सब्स्टिट्यूट नहीं करना है, साइन कन्वेंशन यूज करके सब्स्टिट्यूट करना है। पिछले पेज में मैंने जस्ट इंफॉर्मेशन लिखा था, साइन कन्वेंशन यूज नहीं किया था, राइट। बट आप जब करोगे वो इंफॉर्मेशन के साथ साथ साइन कन्वेंशन यूज करना होगा। ओके, क्लियर है सबको, अब करेंगे। अब नेक्स्ट, ऑब्जेक्ट हाइट। अब देखो स्टूडेंट, उन्होंने बोला ऑब्जेक्ट इज अबव द प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस, राइट। तो अबव मतलब पॉजिटिव होगा कि नहीं होगा, राइट। कभी कभार बोलेंगे भी नहीं, ऑब्जेक्ट ऊपर है या प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस के नीचे है, नहीं बोलेंगे। तो जब वो नहीं बताएंगे तो आपको वो पॉजिटिव लेना है बाय डिफॉल्ट। गेटिंग विद दिस पॉइंट, क्लियर। सो जनरली ऑब्जेक्ट हाइट क्या रहता है, पॉजिटिव ही रहता है, तो इसलिए उन्होंने +4 लिखा है यहां पे। क्लियर है सभी को, राइट। और इमेज डिस्टेंस, इमेज हाइट आपको फाइंड करना है, राइट, क्लियर। और ये फॉर्मूला हम डिराइव करेंगे 1, 2, 3 चैप्टर के बाद, फिलहाल के लिए याद रखना है, राइट। इसको बाद में हम, राइट, इसका एक पार्ट बता देता हूं थोड़ी देर से, फिलहाल के लिए याद रखो इसे, राइट। उसको डेरिवेशन अच्छे से समझाऊंगा, इतने डिटेल्स में करेंगे कि आपको आईआईटी में भी आगे कोई इतना डिटेल्स में नहीं कराएंगे डेरिवेशन। गेटिंग विद दिस पॉइंट एवरीवन, राइट। सो 1/f इज इक्वल टू 1/u प्लस 1/v, और ये तो ऑलरेडी पता है हमें, मैग्निफिकेशन का फॉर्मूला भी देख के आए हम लोग, राइट, क्लियर। तो चलो अभी डेरिवेशन का ये सॉल्व करते हैं। फोकल लेंथ कितना था स्टूडेंट, 15 था, बट साइन कन्वेंशन के कारण -15 लिखेंगे, राइट। ऑब्जेक्ट डिस्टेंस कितना था, 25, बट साइन कन्वेंशन के कारण मैं इसे माइनस लिख रहा हूं, राइट। और इसके बाद क्या दिया उन लोगों ने, हाइट ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट 4 सेंटीमीटर, बट इसे प्लस मानेंगे। और ये दो चीजें हमें फाइंड करनी है, क्लियर है, राइट। Yeah, girls, Jayagoda branch, why you are discussing? Neha, don't speak. Yeah, अभी देखो स्टूडेंट, फॉर्मूला क्या है, we know 1/f is equal to 1/u plus 1/v, राइट अब इसी में सब्स्टिट्यूट करते हैं। वन बाई एफ की जगह -15 लिख रहा हूं, यू की जगह -25। ओके राइट, डेरिवेशन अच्छे से देखो स्टूडेंट्स, ये सिंप्लीफिकेशन। अब ये माइनस ऊपर लिख सकते हैं हम लोग, 1/-15 लिखो या -1/15 लिखो, दोनों सेम है, बट माइनस ऊपर लिखेंगे हमेशा। गेटिंग? और यहां पे भी -1/25 कर देंगे इसको। नेक्स्ट स्टेप में देखो स्टूडेंट, हमें v चाहिए, वो ऑलरेडी राइट साइड में है, तो उसे राइट साइड में रहने देते। आपको मैंने ऑलरेडी सिंप्लीफिकेशन में बोला था, जो हम फाइंड कर रहे हैं वो जहां है उसे वहीं रख देते। लेफ्ट में है तो लेफ्ट में रख दो, राइट में है तो राइट में रख दो उसे। समझ में आ रहा है? राइट, तो -1/15, ये -1/25 को लेफ्ट में लाएंगे तो माइनस जाके क्या बनेगा? प्लस। ओके, ये 1/v वैसे का वैसे। अब एलसीएम लेंगे। अभी देखो स्टूडेंट, यहां रफर कर लेता हूं, 15 और 25 का एलसीएम, 5 3 जा 5 5 जा। ये कॉमा डालना मत भूलो सर, कुछ लोग इसको 35 कर देते बाद में जाके। राइट, बीच में कॉमा नहीं लगाते, फिर बोलते सर 5 7 जा 35 ना बोल के बोलते आके। समझ में आ रहा है? ये छोटी छोटी चीजें जरूरी है, उसमें गलतियां मत करो। फिर 3 1 जा 5 1 जा, आप डायरेक्टली भी कर सकते हो, आप अगर इसमें अच्छे हो, कॉन्फिडेंस है तो। राइट, तो 5 इंटू 3 15, 15 इंटू 5 75। सो इन दोनों नंबरों का एलसीएम हो गया 75। ओके, क्लियर है सभी को एलसीएम वाला पार्ट? राइट, बैक साइड बॉयज इन जागोड़ा ब्रांच, शरण सीधा बैठो, डॉक्टर को भेजो अभी। सीधा बैठो सर, पेशेंट मत बनो, अभी तो 10th क्लास में ही हो। साई तेजा, दूसरों के चेहरे बाद में देखो। या चलो, क्लियर है सभी को? 75 कैसे आया? राइट, अब देखो ये हमारा टेक्निक याद है सभी को, -1 एम्प्टी ब्रैकेट +1 एम्प्टी ब्रैकेट। राइट, अब पहले ब्रैकेट के लिए पहला डिनोमिनेटर देखेंगे, 15 15 के टेबल में 75 कब आएगा? 5 टाइम। दूसरे ब्रैकेट के लिए दूसरा डिनोमिनेटर 25 के टेबल में 75 3 टाइम। राइट, क्लियर है सभी को? नेक्स्ट, -1 इंटू 5 -5, 1 इंटू 3 3, 75 एज इट इज। अब इसे सॉल्व करते हैं, -5 और +3 का आंसर होगा -2, क्योंकि बड़े नंबर का साइन लिखना है। राइट, बाई 75 1/v। अभी देखो स्टूडेंट, मुझे 1/v चाहिए कि v चाहिए? राइट, तो डिनोमिनेटर को न्यूमरेटर में भेजना है। राइट, तो इसे हम रेसिप्रोकल करेंगे। क्या करेंगे? रेसिप्रोकेटिंग ऑन बोथ साइड। ये आपके बुकों में लिखते नहीं ये लोग, ये लिखना है एक्चुअली यहां पे, रेसिप्रोकेटिंग ऑन बोथ साइड। इसका मतलब क्या हो गया? दोनों साइड में न्यूमरेटर को डिनोमिनेटर बना दे रहे, डिनोमिनेटर को न्यूमरेटर बना देंगे हम लोग। राइट, तो 75 नीचे है सो ऊपर चला जाएगा, 2 न्यूमरेटर में सो डिनोमिनेटर में आ जाएगा, माइनस वहीं रहेगा। माइनस न्यूमरेटर में लिखो या डिनोमिनेटर में लिखो, कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता उससे। गेटिंग विद दिस पॉइंट एवरीवन? और 1/v क्या बनेगा? v/1 बनेगा, बट बाई 1 हम नहीं लिखेंगे। राइट, क्लियर है? नेक्स्ट, कैंसलेशन, 2 1 जा 2 3 जा, सो 1 गया, 2 7 जा 14, 1 बचा, पॉइंट लगा देंगे 0, 5 जा, सो देयरफॉर v इज इक्वल टू -37.5 सेंटीमीटर। ओके, तो इसका मतलब स्टूडेंट, सी ऑब्जेक्ट मान लो यहां है थोड़ी देर के लिए, ये 25 सेंटीमीटर है, यहां से यहां तक कितना है 25। इमेज किधर आ रहा 37.5, मतलब इमेज यहां कहीं बन रहा है, राइट। तो यहां से यहां तक डिस्टेंस कितना है, अब वो माइनस क्यों आ रहा है, क्योंकि इमेज इस तरफ है। अब देखो लाइट ऐसे जा रहा है तो डिस्टेंस ऐसे मेजर करेंगे तो माइनस आना चाहिए कि नहीं, तो वो माइनस साइन कन्वेंशन के कारण आ रहा है। गेटिंग विद दिस पॉइंट, ऑटोमेटिकली आ जाएगा वो, राइट, ऑटोमेटिकली आ जाएगा माइनस। गेटिंग विद दिस पॉइंट, अगर आपने साइन कन्वेंशन यूज किया तो आंसर भी करेक्ट आएगा, अगर आपने साइन कन्वेंशन यूज नहीं किया तो आंसर गलत आएगा। आपको लगेगा कि आप सब सही कर रहे हो बट फिर भी वो गलत होगा वहां पे। गेटिंग विद दिस पॉइंट एवरीवन, राइट। सो क्लियर है ये बात। अब देखो एक बात यहीं पे क्लियर कर लेते फिर उसकी तरफ जाते। इमेज इधर है, ऑब्जेक्ट इधर है, इमेज उधर है। इमेज राइट साइड में आ रहा तो इमेज बड़ा होगा कि नहीं होगा, राइट। तो इमेज क्या होगा, इनलार्ज होगा, वो भी करके देखेंगे अभी। तो सिंप्लीफिकेशन क्लियर है सभी को, राइट। एक थोड़ी देर के लिए ऑब्जर्व करो सभी लोग। या ऑब्जर्व करो अच्छे से। चलो क्लियर है सभी को, राइट। ये वीडियो फिर से देखो आप लोग चाहे तो, सिंप्लीफिक आता तो डायरेक्ट कर दो, नहीं आता तो फिर देख सकते हैं, राइट। क्लियर। चलो अब ये आ गया, अभी एक सॉल्व करना है। इमेज डिस्टेंस आ गया, इमेज का हाइट भी तो फाइंड करना है, राइट। सो अभी देखो स्टूडेंट, वी नो m is equal to what is the formula, hi by ho माइनस वी बाई यू। दोनों को, ये दोनों को यूज करेंगे। ये ब्रैकेट में मैंने जो डाला ना उसे यूज करेंगे, ये भी यूज करेंगे बट इस प्रॉब्लम में नहीं, क्योंकि इस प्रॉब्लम में उन्होंने मैग्निफिकेशन के बारे में कोई इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं दिया हमें। अगर दे दिया होता तो उसे यूज कर सकते हम लोग। गेटिंग, ठीक है, वो तो अभी यूज नहीं होगा। अब देखो हाइट ऑफ द इमेज हमें पता नहीं है, हाइट ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट कितना है 4, मतलब +4, राइट। माइनस बी कितना है -37.5। याद रखो स्टूडेंट, ये माइनस अलग है, ये माइनस अलग है। ये वाला जो बाहर माइनस है ये फॉर्मूला के कारण है, अंदर जो माइनस आया वो इस स्टेप के कारण है जो हमारा आंसर था। किसी और क्वेश्चन में हो सकता है ये प्लस हो। गेटिंग, डिपेंड करेगा वो क्वेश्चन पे, बट ये बाहर वाला माइनस हमेशा होना चाहिए, राइट। गेटिंग विद दिस पॉइंट, बाय ऑब्जेक्ट डिस्टेंस माइनस लिखना मत बोलो, राइट। गेटिंग, अब ये माइनस कैंसल, एच आई इज इक्वल टू -37.5। ये डिनोमिनेटर ऊपर जाएगा तो क्या बनेगा, ये न्यूमरेटर नहीं +4 ही रहेगा। मल्टीप्लीकेशन डिवीजन में साइन चेंज नहीं होगा, एडिशन सब्ट्रैक्शन में साइन चेंज होगा। याद है ये बातें, प्लस बिकम माइनस, माइनस विल बिकम प्लस। वो कब होगा? एडिशन सब्ट्रैक्शन में। मल्टीप्लीकेशन डिवीजन में प्लस प्लस ही रहेगा, माइनस माइनस ही रहेगा, तो ये प्लस फोर ही रहेगा। बट होगा क्या? इनटू बन जाएगा वहां जाके, डिवाइडेड बाय 25। समझ में आ रहा है ये बात? राइट। अब वो माइनस को थोड़ी देर के लिए साइड में रख देंगे। 37.5 इंटू 4 करेंगे तो 5 4 जा 20, 7 4 जा 28, 29 30, 4 3 जा 12, 15। सो डेसिमल के प्लेस पे डेसिमल, तो 150.0, तो मैं से 150 लिख रहा हूं, और ये माइनस एज इट इज। ओके, 25 1 जा 25, 6 जा। समझ में आ रहा है क्या कर रहा हूं मैं? मल्टीप्लाई करके सॉल्व कर रहा हूं उसे। सो -6 सेंटीमीटर। अब देखो स्टूडेंट, ऑब्जेक्ट का साइज कितना था? 4 सेंटीमीटर। वो प्लस माइनस को साइड में रख दो थोड़ी देर के लिए। 4 था, ये कितना है? 6 है। तो इमेज ऑब्जेक्ट से बड़ा हुआ कि नहीं हुआ? राइट। तो इसलिए क्या कहेंगे हम लोग? देयरफॉर इमेज इज एनलार्ज्ड। ये नीचे लिखना आपको सिस्टमैटिकली। राइट, क्लियर है? नेक्स्ट, अब देखो ऑब्जेक्ट इमेज कौन से साइड फॉर्म हो रहा? राइट साइड में, रिफ्लेक्टिंग साइड में। तो क्या लिखेंगे? इमेज इज रियल एंड इन्वर्टेड। सर इन्वर्टेड है, सो कैसे पता चलेगा? देखो माइनस है, माइनस है तो क्या बोला था मैंने? प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस के नीचे। जब कभी भी कोई भी चीज प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस के नीचे होगी तो वो उल्टा होगा। वो गेटिंग विद दिस पॉइंट एवरीवन? इसीलिए हमने इन्वर्टेड लिखा। ये माइनस बताता है कि इन्वर्टेड है या इरेक्टेड है। गेटिंग? अगर प्लस होता तो इरेक्टेड होता और प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस के ऊपर होता। राइट। और एक बाय डिफॉल्ट भी आपको आएगा, रिफ्लेक्टिंग साइड आ गया तो रियल एंड इन्वर्टेड ही आएगा वो कभी भी। गेटिंग? ऐसे याद रख लो डायरेक्टली। टेक्निकल चीजें बाद में पढ़ेंगे हम लोग इंटरमीडिएट में फिर से। राइट। अभी उतना टेक्निकली नहीं जाएंगे 10th लेवल में, याद रखो, क्योंकि आपका सिलेबस बहुत ज्यादा लिमिटेड है। राइट, क्लियर विद दिस पॉइंट? उसको हम बहुत डिटेल्स में पढ़ सकते हैं अभी। राइट, इंटर लेवल में आईआईटी में जब करेंगे। गेटिंग विद दिस पॉइंट एवरीवन? राइट, चलो ये क्लियर है। ऑब्जर्व करो इतना सा, ये जो मैंने अभी किया है। या जयगौड़ा में सभी को क्लियर है ये बातें? या मिसेस? राइट, ये ऑलरेडी क्वेश्चन में क्या बोला वो उसने? अबाउट द प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस, तो क्या लिखेंगे? प्लस। राइट। और जनरली हाइट ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट अगर कुछ भी नहीं बोला ना तो प्लस से लेना है। कभी कभार बोर्ड एग्जाम में क्या करता है, मेंशन नहीं करता है, वो करना चाहिए बट करता नहीं। राइट, तो आप उससे प्लस लो, माइनस नहीं लेना तब, क्योंकि पूरे प्रॉब्लम हमारे तेलंगाना बोर्ड एग्जाम्स, ये जो अपना डिपार्टमेंट है, इनमें प्लस से लिया गया हाइट ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट को। राइट, मेंशन किया तो प्लस या माइनस डिसाइड करो। कुछ भी मेंशन नहीं है तो आप क्या लोगे? हाइट ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट को प्लस लोगे बाय डिफॉल्ट। राइट, गेटिंग? वैसे कोई रूल्स नहीं है, बट हमारे बोर्ड है यहाँ, हमारे यहाँ जो सिस्टम है उसमें वैसे चलता है। गेटिंग विद दिस पॉइंट? क्वेश्चन में मेंशन होना चाहिए, बट कभी कभार वो मेंशन करना भूल जाते हैं या कहीं से कॉपी करके पेस्ट कर देते हैं। अगर वहां गलत है तो इन अपने क्वेश्चन पेपर में भी गलत आएगा। गेटिंग विद दिस पॉइंट एवरीवन? राइट, तो इसलिए कुछ भी मेंशन नहीं है, अबव है या नहीं है, तो आप तब क्या लोगे? हाइट ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट को प्लस ही लेना है। राइट, चलो so with this we'll end this video. So we'll meet in the next class with furthermore convex details, those all, and small solar cooker topic. Right. So till then, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat to everyone.